Think you've seen Scary? Think again. Tubi is hiding some of the most brutal, mind-twisting horror films you've never heard of, and they're free to watch. These aren't cheap jump scares. They're nightmares that crawl under your skin and stay there. From underground terror to blood-soaked urban legends. This is the ultimate countdown of the top 10 scariest horror movies on Tubi. Ready to face the dark? Number 10. The Descent. Six women venture into an uncharted cave system, but their journey turns into a fight for survival when they find themselves trapped underground with terrifying, bloodthirsty creatures lurking in the dark. Directed by Neil Marshall, The Descent is a claustrophobic nightmare that plays on primal fears and suffocating terror. As they explore deeper, the group begins to fracture, and the walls close in on them. Every crevice is a potential tomb, and every shadow hides a predator. The deeper they go, the more the horrors evolve, and what they'll encounter down there is worse than anything they could have imagined. This film isn't just about monsters, it's about facing the darkest parts of yourself. Number 9. The Devil's Rejects. Get ready to face your darkest nightmares. In this countdown, we'll explore 10 of the scariest horror movies streaming on Tubi, each one packed with bone-chilling tension, psychological mind games, and relentless terror. These aren't the mainstream horror films you've seen countless times, but rather hidden gems that dig into your psyche and stay with you long after the credits roll. From the suffocating darkness of The Descent, to the merciless chaos of The Devil's Rejects, and the mind-bending reality of Delirium. This list is not for the faint of heart. Let's dive right in. Number 8. The Bunker. A seemingly innocent tutoring job takes a dark turn when the tutor finds himself trapped inside a remote underground bunker with a strange student and even stranger parents. Directed by Nikias Crisis, The Bunker blends dark comedy with psychological horror as it twists the familiar into a nightmare. The walls are closing in, both physically and mentally, as the characters descend deeper into madness. As strange rituals unfold, the film takes on a surreal, hypnotic quality, trapping you in a disturbing spiral of control and delusion. With each passing moment, nothing makes sense, and escape seems impossible. This one is a slow burn that leaves you unsettled long after it's over. Number 7. Possessor. In Possessor, identity itself becomes a weapon in a cold, cerebral nightmare. Directed by Brandon Cronenberg, the film follows a group of elite assassins who hijack other people's minds to carry out murders from within. Tessa Voss, one of the top assassins, begins to lose her grip on reality as her latest mission causes her to blur the lines between host and invader. The film's eerie visuals, combined with intense body horror and psychological decay, create an unsettling atmosphere of tension and dread. Every scene makes you question who's in control, and who's really in danger. Possessor is sleek, disturbing, and deeply disturbing as it carves into the human mind with surgical precision. Number 6. Look Away. What happens when your reflection becomes your worst enemy? In Look Away, directed by Asif Bernstein, Maria, a lonely and rejected teenager, discovers a dark and menacing twin hiding behind her mirror. This mirror self offers Maria a way to escape her miserable life, but at a terrifying cost. As she switches places with her sinister reflection, she's pulled into a world of violence and madness. The film explores the horror of identity and self-destruction, showing that sometimes the most terrifying monster is the one staring back at you. Look Away is a chilling psychological journey where reality and reflection blur, and Maria's life spirals into chaos. Number 5. Pathology. What if the most brilliant minds in medicine were also the most twisted? In Pathology, directed by Mark Scholarman, a group of pathology students at a prestigious medical school push the boundaries of science by committing the perfect murder as part of their twisted game. As the new recruit, Ted Gray, becomes involved, he begins to question his morality as his own descent into madness begins. The film is a chilling exploration of ambition and cruelty, where the pursuit of power leads to horrifying consequences. The sterile setting of the medical world contrasts sharply with the blood-soaked, twisted acts of the students, creating a disturbing atmosphere that will stay with you long after the credits roll. Number 4. The Midnight Meat Train. When Leon, a photographer, captures something he wasn't meant to see on the midnight subway, he is thrust into a terrifying urban nightmare. Directed by Ryuhei Kitamura, The Midnight Meat Train is based on a twisted story by Clive Barker. The film follows Leon as he discovers the horrific secret behind the subway train, a silent killer named Mahogany, who slaughters his victims for something far darker than just murder. The film is an intense, gory ride through the city's underworld, where every stop leads deeper into hell, with brutal kills, relentless tension, and an unsettling atmosphere. This film will make you think twice before stepping onto any train. Number 3. The Signal. The Signal disrupts every phone, TV, and radio in the city, turning people into murderous, bloodthirsty lunatics. Directed by David Bruckner, this film tells the terrifying story of a strange transmission that causes complete chaos in the city of Terminus. The Signal is told from 3 different perspectives, each offering a unique and terrifying take on the chaos unfolding around them. What begins as a desperate love story turns into a frantic survival tale where trust erodes and paranoia takes over. The infected don't just kill, they manipulate, twist reality, and destroy everything in their path. It's a mind-bending horror film that constantly leaves you questioning what's real and what's a terrifying delusion. Number 2. They Look Like People. In the psychological horror film They Look Like People, Wyatt begins to see a terrifying transformation happening around him. People turning into monsters hiding behind human faces. As he reunites with an old friend, his paranoia deepens. Directed by Perry Blackshear, this film is a haunting exploration of the fragile line between reality and delusion. Every whisper, every glance could be a sign. But is it real? Or is Wyatt just losing his mind? The film builds a creeping sense of unease, never fully giving you answers but forcing you to question everything. It's a quiet terror, but one that sinks deep into your bones, making you fear the monsters you can't see. Number 1. Delirium. After 20 years in a mental institution, Tom returns to his family's mansion, only to find that home is no sanctuary. Directed by Dennis Iliadis, Delirium follows Tom as he struggles with his grip on reality, tormented by phone calls from the dead, phantom footsteps in locked halls, and a house that seems to breathe. The film masterfully uses claustrophobia and dread to make you question what's real and what's in Tom's fractured mind. With every creak and shadow, you're pulled deeper into a world where memories and madness intertwine. Is Tom truly insane, or is something malevolent still lurking within the walls of his childhood home? Delirium is a slow-burn nightmare that will keep you on the edge of your seat, wondering if the house is the true monster. These 10 films are proof that horror doesn't need to rely on cheap jump scares. They dig into the raw, unsettling aspects of fear, from losing your mind to being trapped with no way out. Whether it's the claustrophobia of The Descent, the brutal chaos of The Devil's Rejects, or the haunting uncertainty of Delirium, each movie will linger in your thoughts long after it's over. Which of these movies will you dare to watch first? And which one will haunt your dreams tonight?